is Dave with Custom Dynamics. Today we're going to show you on our Road Glide how to daisy chain 3 different amber white products together. So we have our fairings removed, and we have our amber white Road Glide windshield trim lights. We have our vent lights, and we have our lower fairing lights. We're going to show with the fairing off how to install these and how they all daisy chain together. So with the fairing taken off, I have unplugged the turn signal from the fairing to the bike. So there was a connector here on the fairing that I have now unplugged with these JAE connectors. So I'm left with just this open connector here on the bike. I'm going to take my windshield trim, my amber white here, and now this has 2 connectors, a male and female here. I am going to take the male connector and plug it in to the female connector here, make sure it snaps in place. And now I'm left with my connector on this side, which is now going to daisy chain into my next product. So my next product I have is my amber white vent on my Road Glide. And now this has, again, a male and female JAE connector. I'm going to take the male JAE and I'm going to plug it into the female connector, make sure it goes all the way in and snaps in place. And now I'm left with the female, which is ready to go into the next product. Okay, my last product that I'm going to install is my lower fairing lights. Again, it has a male and female JAE connector. I'm going to take the male and plug it into my last open port here, my female from the last product. Again, making sure it snaps in place. Now I'm left with my open port here, and this is going to go into the fairing, the turn signal connector that I had left on the fairing, and that's going to complete the circuit. So everything now is plugged back in together, and I now have a male and female white connector here that are for my auxiliary ports. And this is the only product that I'm installing today that has these auxiliary ports. So I have to find the auxiliary on the motorcycle, which is right next to my original turn signal port, my original JAE. So I find this connector and I take the male and plug it in here, make sure it snaps in place, and I'm left now with an open port here. So the last step here before I put my fairing back on is I want to clean up all this wiring. So it's important not to have this all just loose in here. So what we want to do is kind of bundle all this together, use some tie wraps, want to leave my open ports accessible, and take this, bundle it all up so it's nice and neat. And find a couple anchor points here. Here's a good one here, and tie it down. So use some more tie wraps and get it all tied down so it's nice and neat, and go through this. And at the end, you want to keep it all bundled in, nice and neat. And just remember, if you ever have any problems doing your installation, we're here to support you. Give us a call, 1-800-382-1388, or on the website, www.customdynamics.com.